What's up everybody, Lazlow here, and welcome back to part 2 of the Stanley Parable. Now in the last game we played about 20 minutes and got absolutely nowhere. We're still exactly where we started, but that's one of the fantastic things about this game, is I made probably about 30 choices within the first 5 minutes and saw about 30 different things happen. We're gonna go ahead and continue from where we left off, which was the absolutely beginning. So yeah, if you're joining now, you haven't really missed anything. I mean, you missed a whole lot by not missing anything. Starting from the beginning after the big glitch or whatever happened in the last one. So
all right,
we're trying to find the story here.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line.
Trademark pending.
How simple is that?
Patent pending, that's the word. That's super simple. I'm sure I could mess that up for you, absolutely. I went off the rails the first time and completely ended up losing the story, so now we're trying to find it. So that's super simple. Super simple. How could I possibly mess that up? I have no idea. There's no way. Oh wait, what am I doing?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Really? Oh, well. Fine. I'll go back to the line. I'm not very good at following rules, apparently. Alright, let's follow the line. What's it got? I wore out the narrator. He's done with me. He's sick of my shenanigans.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
I like how we have to go around.
Onward, Stanley,
spelled
to
papers.
destiny.
Onward!
Nope.
Marching
Who'd have thought?
Whoa.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Ooh.
Or to put it another way,
That's deep.
is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
All right, spell it out. I'm with you.
That the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, if
Let's go
my
with that.
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
I have
You know what?
no idea.
I think what we need right now is a
What
bit of
the?
music.
What is
to
going on
lighten
with
the
our
mood.
line? Whoa, hello. I was gonna go until the end there, but the song just kind of keeps going. That's just getting awkward for a minute. Hey! Oh! Onward, Stanley! Onward! Just so motivated. I just want to keep going. I don't know why we're going over here, but I guess we are. I can't do that though. That would have been impressive. Well, I think I just went in a circle, didn't I?
Wait, cut the music.
Hey!
Go back and look at that fern. Ooh. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Remember the
Make
fern.
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
No, I would hate. Ooh, look at the patterns in the leaves. Oh, yes, fast. Okay, what the fuck is he talking about? All right, we got that down. We're not going to forget that fern.
Wait,
I'm probably going to forget
we're
about
back
the
at the
fern.
office? No.
Wait, what?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I'm back all the way back in my office, aren't I? I'm so confused. Where am I going? Wait, which line do I follow? There's 2 different lines. Which one's the line for the line? Wait, that's from my office. But this is different. This is a different line. It's a line, but a different line. It's a wait a minute.
Oh, no,
I've been here before.
Not again, line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
fired.
after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, he was fired too. Oh. Starting over again. Well, we still got the line. But we're not trusting the line. The line lied. The line.
You know what,
is a
Stanley?
lie.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Exactly.
We're intelligent people, right?
So
Why
smart.
can't we make up our own story? Something
Yeah.
exciting,
Ooh,
daring, mysterious.
there'd be dragons
Ooh,
and
this all
wizards.
sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply
In an
start
office
wandering
setting?
in... Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Fantastic idea, Mr. Narrator. Dude, I like the way you think.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Whatever
What do
we
you
want.
our
It could-
story to be.
Oh.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley.
You ready?
I'm ready for it.
Yeah? Yeah, you want to know? You want to know what it is? I'll tell you.
Oh, no, not you
man,
again.
I was so ready to
Stanley,
give it to you.
I'd also like to
Now
veto the
lines
line
are
from
right.
having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we
Yeah.
should be fine.
Yeah. No acknowledging you. No, I'm ignoring the line. Nope. Line's not my friend. I'm friends with Mr. Narrator, dude. Not with you, Mr. Yellow Line. You are not my friend.
Ah, a choice.
Aha!
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important
ours,
we
and
mustn't
ours
squander the
alone.
opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
Right.
so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go,
Walking in a
there must be a
circle.
reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds
I'm getting a little dizzy
with
here,
a
dude.
counter-inverted reverse
Can I stop
door's
walking in
origin.
circles
So
yet?
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know,
And
man. You
since
need to
the
lay off the
answer is clearly
peyote.
yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yay! Can I go this way? Just to make him angry. All right. Confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's
Deviate
this?
from maintenance
Oh.
room, end up in the monitor room. Narrator restarts the game. First restart. Discover the two doors.
confusion
Then many
ending.
doors. Name is one.
You're
Narrator
telling
restarts the
me
game. Second to the office.
That's what this is?
Future restart.
It's all one giant ending?
And
we're supposed to restart the game
schedule. Narrator
eight-
restarts the game. First start.
eight
Narrator.
times?
8 times. That's so excessive.
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
What?
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Simply
Well, what if I
black
don't want to
space
forget?
wandering in darkness.
My mind
Find a
goes
bookstore.
blank simply
Get bored
because it's written
and
here on
leave.
this thing.
What?
Wall.
What?
Well,
Ah,
you consulted
what?
me.
What is that?
Why don't I get
That's
to
not
decide?
good.
Why
That's
don't
not good.
I get
That's
a say in
bad.
all of this?
That's bad.
Really-
You.
It can't be.
Can we talk
I don't
about
want
the
it to be.
elephant in the
I
room
don't
here?
want the game
There's
to keep restarting.
I
don't
yeah,
want to
me
forget
neither.
what's going
Because it
on.
looks like things
I
get
don't
a
want to
little
be
bad
trapped
for
like
me.
this.
Hello,
I won't restart the
narrator.
game. I won't do it.
Okay.
I won't do it. I won't
I would like to
do
talk
it.
about the important things.
And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Hope
would we
so.
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I have a bad feeling we're at this part right here.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
You're a
I'm
little
not quite
focused on
sure if we're in
the story
destination
here.
or the journey. Though
know.
they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Well, there's that. So that's fun. Doesn't look like it's gonna end well for me. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Wait,
simply
what happened
missed
to
a
my-
memo.
Where's my sentient narrator? We were friends. We were gonna get through this together and tell a story about princesses and wizards and
When
writing
Stanley
stuff.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'm gonna go with you here. Because I haven't quite done this part yet. I've kinda gotta, I mean, I went off on a tangent there for a little bit on that.
Yet there was
that
not
other-
a single person here either.
Talk less.
Feeling
Do
a
unbelievably
wave of
amazing work all the
disbelief,
time, every day,
Stanley
no
decided
exception.
to go up to his boss's office,
expectation of
hoping he
promotion or
might find an
recognition.
answer there.
Sounds my life down to a T. I haven't
Coming
done
to a
this.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Or so I did. Hello, Mr. Bossy Boss. Executive bathroom. Ooh. I hear they dry their hands on swans in there. And the sinks are made of gold. Golden porcelain. That's a thing. It's a thing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Guys,
of any human
what
life.
an office you got here,
Shocked,
boss.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Yeah.
What he could not have known was that the
Chianti, want a bottle
keypad
of
behind
wine?
the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss
But-
had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Extra secret.
2845.
I'll never
But
figure
of
it
course,
out.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Although I
Yet
probably should have put
incredibly,
in the wrong
by
one.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
crazy.
the correct
Just
code
randomly.
by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Fancy. Wait a minute. This looks like the back of a movie set. Am I on the Truman Show? Am I Jim Carrey? Are you watching me all along? Down, down, down. Down, down, down. We're good going down, down, down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Can't imagine
it was
why.
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So ominous, I tell you. Now we're getting to the meat of things here.
Stanley
Looks like
walked
we're
straight
actually
ahead through
getting
the
some-
large
Oh,
door
that
that read
doesn't- that-
Mind Control Facility.
But there's a thing. That's not the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the thing.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Well, shit. Yeah, fuck it. What we got to lose? Yeah. Alright, died horribly once,
The door
Stanley. Let's do it
behind him
again.
was not shut. Stanley still had
I
every
did.
opportunity to
Every
turn around
opportunity.
and get back on track.
I could have done. I so
At
could
this
have.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Oh, it's
and willingly
everything.
confront his death.
Just willingly holding down that. That doesn't look ominous at all. Parts of me are regretting this decision because don't look good. Doesn't look good. Good's not the word I would use to describe what I'm looking at, but it could be good. The optimistic leap of fate. Am I dead?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
That don't
he
look
reflected
good.
that his life
That
had
does
been
not
of
look
no
good. That looks
consequence
bad.
whatsoever.
That looks bad.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. future.
I changed my
He doesn't
mind.
know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
That's
Perhaps
bad.
his death was of no great loss.
Can I,
having the eyeballs from a blind
Oh,
man.
there's a.
So he resigned,
I'm a bomb.
willingly accepted
No.
this violent
No.
end to his brief and
No.
shallow life.
No.
Farewell,
No.
Stanley.
That's getting closer. That's getting louder. That's getting smashier. Smush.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What happened? I'm not dead. Oh, I'm not dead.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office,
No.
as alive as ever.
No,
What exactly
I did the
did the
thing.
narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, I would have restarted if I got the smush. If I got the smush, but I didn't get the smush.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do
Yeah.
you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What's all this? The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches 2 doors at good time. Oh, this is like behind the scenes, Stanley's computer. It's like a little museum of things we've done. Ooh, fascinating. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office. Oh, this is the exact same thing that I just read. The office. The computers. The 2 doors. The set of 2 doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Office computers. And the credits. Ooh. Did I beat it? Was I too rebellious? Did I beat it before I saw everything? What's down here? Office. Maintenance room. It's like, oh, this is like behind the scenes, all kinds of little goodies. That's kind of cool. Is there more to it, or is this really like the actual end? God, there's so many places to go. It just keeps going. Underground. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, did I say that? Brighting? Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. I cannot read. These are clips from early games that were not used in the final game.
They're throwing a surprise party for him. For all
That's so cool. It's like an interactive special features behind the scenes. I just wonder if there's more. There's so much to look at. Freedom ending. Freedom ending? I didn't get that. How do I get that? How do I get that? Monitor from the elevator. On-off switch. What is that? We're gonna have to check that out. There's so much. Game is now paused. Escape menu. An ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Few players realized they were supposed to do and was frustrating. Zending. Picks an early version of the ending known as Zending. Cut and emerged as another part of the game. There's so many things. Like, are these all actual endings that I can still get or get involved with? Ooh, what is it? We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. That actually has an exit sign too, so we'll go there last. Game design mock-up. There's so many things. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second March 2012, and the third in 2013. Fairly bland. Slightly less bland. And that looks like the final project. I've seen that room a couple 100 million times. Maybe not that much. May have exaggerated slightly. Okay. Let's see what's down here then.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Freedom!
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Where'd it go?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Whoa,
you
whoa,
can
whoa.
Still
No.
save these two. You can stop the program before they both
But-
fail. Push
I
escape
was-
and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long
What
as
if
you
I-
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Hit quit!
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
I don't want to quit. That was all. That was part of it, wasn't it? Oh, was that part of it? That was part of it. Or is that it? Did I die? What do I do? Was I really supposed to quit? Well, we're just gonna do this just in case. What was that? What am I supposed to do?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was.
That was
he hoped
different.
very much that it was.
That's different. That's not what he said before. That's different. So maybe I was supposed to start again.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm so confused right now. Wow, this is so cool. This game is
Yet
fantastic.
there was not a single person here either.
There's just
Feeling
so
a
many
wave of disbelief,
things. It's just
Stanley
layers
decided
on
to
top
go
of
up to
layers
his
on top of
boss's
layers.
office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, no, that's the same. I got all confused for a second. Okay. My mind is just blown right now. I
Stepping
just have
into
no
his
idea what's
manager's
going on.
office, Stanley was once again
What
stunned
was
to
the password
discover
again?
not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
This is all different.
He
The stuff
began
he's saying
wildly
is
tearing
different.
through papers on the boss's
As
desk,
I didn't do that last
pulling
time.
books off the shelf,
Did I?
looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Oh.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the
Is he going to
boss's
tell me the
desk.
code again?
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Find my zen here. Find my level. Yes. Okay, can we move on now? Alright, I got your
Feeling
point.
soothed and
Thank you.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh god. That just I just caught it at the bottom of my eye. I realized there was like a gap. I thought I was stepping into a giant hole. Oh. That messed with me a little bit. So I began the game again, but I think this is still a continuation of what I was doing before. Because like I said, things were different. The things he was saying
Stanley
weren't the
walked
same
straight
as the
ahead
original
through the large door
story.
that read Mind Control Facility.
Why wouldn't I? Let's go
The
get my
lights
mind
rose
control,
on an
shall we?
enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh,
what
wow, this
horrible
looks familiar.
secret did this place
Hey,
hold?
I've
Stanley
been up
thought to
there.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We just keep ending up back here now, don't we? Yes, we do. And I know there's another platform over there as well. Cameras.
Now the
Lights,
monsters jumped to life.
camera.
Their true nature revealed.
I'm guessing
Each
that's
bore
where
the
the
number
action
of an employee in the
is.
building.
Yeah.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally
Where's the
monitored in
fired
this
guy?
place where
So
freedom
I know somebody
meant
over there was
nothing.
fired. But where'd everybody go? Ask the question. Action.
This mind control facility.
Yeah, see,
it
there
was
they
too
are.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with
I
his
should look for
boring
mine.
job?
What was that?
That
What
his
number was that?
emotions had been manipulated to
remember my
accept
number.
it blindly?
240 something? How do I not remember? I've been in that room so many times I never paid attention. There's probably something on there
No.
about me.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable.
Where are we
Wasn't
going?
it? Was it even possible?
I don't know.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Oh, we're now getting
Controls
somewhere.
labeled with
Things are
emotions.
starting to get real.
Happy or sad or
Mind
content.
control status
Walking,
offline.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this
probably shouldn't
machinery
just
would
be
never again
randomly
exert
hitting
its
buttons.
terrible power over another human life. For he
What's in
would
here?
dismantle the controls once and
Looks like a
for
bad thing to
all.
do, but I did it anyway. Console disabled. Well, what do all these consoles do? 1, 2. Mind control status offline. I don't know, there's buttons everywhere, but they don't seem to do anything. I can hit them. None of them really seem to do anything. Maybe the power's off? We'll go with that. Let's go check it out. Is this a button or a light? Well, that didn't like me. Mind control is idle, awaiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you
Why would
go
I
and
do
you
that?
try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
I need the power. All of it.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated
That
without
doesn't
proper
sound like
DNA
something I wanna do.
identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
no.
It's your time to shine. You
2.
are the star. It's your story now.
okay. 2,
Shape
2,
it
2.
to your
I need to hit
heart's
2.
desires. Oh, this is much
2.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Oh, it's a
Mere
2.
moments
Incorrect.
until the bomb goes off. But
Green.
what precious moments each one of them is.
Oh,
More
what
time
does
to
it
talk
mean?
about you, about
Hit
me,
the green button?
where we're going, what all this means. I
Green.
barely know where
I don't
to
know.
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers
What am I
are?
supposed to do?
A moment of solace
I don't
before you're
know.
obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Oh, that can't be good.
I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Why would you do that? That doesn't sound very nice.
That was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
3.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
That's not enough time.
swallowing everyone inside.
Why are you such a horrible person?
I have to say,
I thought you were my friend.
This version of events has been rather amusing.
There's a 3.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do. I don't see anything.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Why is that?
Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Continue?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
That would about sum it up.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button.
That's kind of what I'm doing. You about got me summed up.
In this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door.
Where's the big red button?
Anything. Something here will save me.
That'd be something.
Why do you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Something.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No, I really don't. I've got no idea. Why does these buttons keep changing?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene, because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
What if I turn it off?
To see you made humble.
He's so... That doesn't sound like a very nice guy.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
He's become so evil so quickly.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I don't know if there's anything I can do.
Blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Did I run out of time? Oh, and it starts again. Oh, this game is so good. Oh, now alright. So we've still got a few more options that we can go through. We know that we can get to the end, and we know we can shut down the machine. And man, I feel like there was something I could have done in that room to change that event. So we're gonna mess with it. We're gonna have to wind it up here. This will be the end of this video, but we'll be back for part 3. We're gonna kind of check out some of the additional options and things we can do to get through the Stanley Parable. If you enjoyed the video, please, please, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Keeps me motivated, keeps the videos coming, and just does all around goodness, and I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, every single one of you. I appreciate it more than you know. It means the world. But until next time, I will see you in the next video. Adios.